fellow guitar travellers, it's Round J Parker here, and welcome to episode 3 of Ludicrous Licks, guaranteed maximum ludicrosity. Now today's lick is a stupendous 4-note per string C Dorian monstrosity, which we hope you enjoy very much. But before we show you that lick, I'd like to encourage you to have a look at my website, www.roundjparker.com. Just go and check it out. It is a fantastic site with a lot of free stuff. There is a store where you can buy things. You can also hit me up for Skype lessons via the site, and you can follow me on Facebook and Twitter and SoundCloud if you feel so inclined, and you can also subscribe to the website. Alright, enough of that mince, let's get straight on to today's lick. 4-note per string, C Dorian lick. Let's do it. Okay, that's a lick. Let me get right down to showing you how to play it. Okay, this lick is based in C Dorian, and I'm using a 4-note per string configuration of the scale. So what I'll do first of all is I'll show you the actual scale pattern. It does have some overlapping or doubled notes just to make the fingering easier. And it's all based on one fingering shape for the left hand. So it's actually, apart from the fact it's 4 notes on a string and you have to use all 4 digits, it's actually not that bad. So I'll just go ahead and show you the actual scale shape, which is this. So I'll just walk you through the scale shape first of all. So you've got high E, 20, 18, 17 and 15. So that's the high E string. These 4. And then onto the B string. That's going to be 18, 16, 15 and 13. And then on the G, 17, 15, 14 and 12. Then on the D string, 15, 13, 12 and 10. And then same thing on the A, 15, 13, 12 and 10. And then finally on the low E it's 13, 11, 10 and 8. Now what I'm doing on each string is really a 10-note sequence, and we've covered these sort of 10-note sequences before. So let me just show you the 10-note sequence I'm using. It's really quite simple. I'll pick it all so you can hear it. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And fundamentally you're going to play that 10-note pattern on every string. So I don't think I necessarily have to give you all the verbal tab. Suffice it to say, on each of the 4-note per string groups is a 10-note pattern. So what I'll do here is I'll pick the entire exercise with a steady even 8th note, so you should be able to hear it. So 3 and 4 and B string now, G, D, A, then low E. Alright, so that's just the descending version of the lick. If you want to do the ascending version of the lick, slightly different, same scale going up of course, but slightly different sequence. If you're going up, it's going to be this. Happens the pattern just reverses. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 notes on the low E string, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 notes on the A, then another 10 notes on the D, 10 notes on the G, 10 notes on the B, and then 4 notes on the high E, unless you're going to repeat the whole thing again, in which case it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 notes on the high E. So if you want to sort of turn the whole thing around continuously, then you'd have 7 notes on either side and then 10 notes in between all of the rest of them. I hope that's clear enough. So if I play the whole lick at a reduced tempo just with the left hand, hopefully you'll be able to hammer on hard enough you'll be able to hear it. So actually that's 10 at the beginning there. And then 10 on all the strings, until we get down to the low E string, 7. then back to 10 as we ascend. Alright, and that's the idea. You can just keep looping the thing round and round and round, but that's the idea. Now in terms of what you do, if you find that your left hand is not quite strong enough to do it all completely left hand and you need to pick, then you just pick the first note of each new string, so you can do it that way. Here I'm just doing it all left hand legato because it just feels easier to me. Also in terms of rhythm, the first time I played it here, I played it in 16th note semiquavers, and then really what I did was I just crammed in 10 notes into one beat, so it became a decouplet at that point. So you think the pulse is there, right there, 2, 3, 4. So it's squashed into time. It's not necessarily metricated, fully metricated, but you know, we're pushing these 10 notes into the space of one beat to make the whole thing work. So I do that a lot with my like uber fast legato stuff. It's not necessarily an evenly metrical division, but the notes are squashed in to a particular, you know, a certain number of notes in a particular number of beats. And so the whole thing is therefore in time and has got a certain sort of rhythmic contour to it that you can hear, and you certainly tap your foot along with it, you can hear where the pulse is. Because I cordially dislike legato which is just floating on top of time. I don't particularly enjoy that. Legato guys I like are guys like Brett Garsed and Tom Quayle and guys like that who are just magnificent legato players with wonderful, wonderful timing and phrasing. So, anywho, that's a lick. Let's listen to it one more time. Okay, that does it for another episode of Ludicrous Licks. I'll see you next week for another episode, and until then, keep rocking. Don't forget to check out the website, and farewell!